love how they used it.
Brilliant delivery.
Right. But it was almost melodic.
Right.
I feel that way about Samuel Jackson. Just the way he and there is a definite melody to how he speaks, and it stands out.
Oh yeah.
The one you said this was indo. It smelled like outdoor.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Right.
I don't even smoke, and that's a good one.
Right. You hear that all the time.
Right.
Puff Puff Give. Puff Give, man. You can get shot for that.
Right. That was a tutorial on how to get down.
Man, this one right here, dog. Bye, Felicia.
Man, that...
Break it down.
I've heard that so many times.
How many meanings?
Man, 5 million.
5 million. There's so many situations where it can work.
Yeah, where it's just so valid because it explains so much in so little.
Yeah, and the funny part is that Ice Cube got paid off that line twice, right? Got paid in this movie, and then on the NWA movie.
Yep.
Came right back to it because it's that real, dog. Right. And the funny part about that particular character is that, man, every neighborhood's got him.
Oh, yeah.
A Felicia or a Phil or a begging ass.
Yep.
Take your begging ass. Bye.
Dope Fiend Mike. That's
just gone.
That's
right.
Was.
Just gone. Man, gone with that, man. You know what I mean? I got mind control over Debo.
Hilarious.
Right?
Hilarious.
He be like, shut the fuck up. And I'll be quiet.
Right.
When he leave, I'll be talking again.
Right. I have said about people's parents, and man, that's good stuff. Right?
I got mind control. I just said it to my wife because I quit drinking coffee this year.
Right.
And she knew that I was going over to the church, and they got this nice old little coffee makers like that. I was like, I got mind control over coffee. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I didn't drink none today, though. I have broke down a few times.
That's a win.
It's a hell of a drug. He gonna cry in the car.
That's hilarious. that right there, man. And then when Red said, "You want some of this old man?" No.
You come over and messing with these people. And this the one, man. That that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Man, John Witherspoon, he threw down in this movie, man. And even though the whole Friday franchise is great, hilarious, great. I mean, the 2 and 3 stand up to the original.
Right.
But the difference with the original is that it did have that heart, that serious part.
Yeah.
Of nonviolence.
Right.
Of work.
Yeah, the messages.
You got to get a job, this, that, and the other. Yeah. And so, and that's what I liked about it. It was telling me something, but it,
right.
You know what I mean? So that was really interesting. You ain't catching no crackhead.
Which is still true.
Still true.
You still can't.
No. Yeah. Man, I ain't trying to chase none either.
Right.
And then the last one I picked up on was you're smoking them tweeds. You're smoking them tweeds. I don't care what you're talking about. So, it's like this movie has become, I know for myself, it's become, part of my own consciousness and, some of the thoughts that I have on a daily basis. Right. And these are some things that I thought about when I was watching it last night that didn't stand out to me when I was like this. When I was 16, I think, when this came out, I remember I was like a junior. I think I was going into my senior year, high school. And I went to the Mill Road Theaters.
Shout out to Mill Road.
What is it? It's like a beauty supply store now.
It's like a bunch of different
it's a
hat shop.
I know, man, right? Oh, those busters. But so with the Mill Road, and I saw it like the third day it was out in Milwaukee.
Right.
And at that point, and I remember it was like 2 in the afternoon. Cats, it was like 10, 11 cats in there already knew all the words to the movie, man. Yeah. That's how, seriously, it struck a nerve. But this is the first thing that I never thought about until, watching it as an adult. Craig lived in a nuclear family.
He did.
You know what I mean?
Which was-
Mother, father, under one roof.
Yep.
And I think that was a real big point he was making. It's like, yo, man, it's Compton and all this kind of craziness is going on, but people are living here trying to have lives.
And I will say to Ice Cube's credit, I would think that most of his movies had nuclear families. If not living the same, Boys in the Hood had, even though that wasn't his movie, he had a father who was represented.
Mom.
Yeah, it wasn't like your typical African American movies that we have at that time.
It wasn't. What we're looking at with Ice Cube's movies is that he's giving the lighter side of the African American experience, and he's not being too preachy,
right?
And the thing is, like, hey, man, some of this stuff is just funny. Some of the stuff is just funny, man. All right, okay, crack is a problem in our community,
right?
But the fact of the matter is, a cat like Ezel,
that's funny.
That's a funny.
Like his
quiet as it kept between me and you, I'll clean all that shit up for $2. It's like, oh man,
now that's funny,
right? You laugh in his face, you say, yeah, but dude, get that, man. I get 3,
right?
You know what I mean? So, that's the thing that I really thought was important about this. But now, when you come to the opening, and it's funny that I brought up Ezel, because this is the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
When I saw, the opening. And the opening is so great, man. Because he introduced every single character, show him waking up.
And he does such a good job of just immersing you into the world of the characters and giving the characters depth. It's not just, and this is Ronnie, and then that's all you know about Ronnie.
Even Stanley. Yeah. I mean, even Stanley, man. I was saying to my wife, I was like, man, I never thought I'd turn into Stanley. You know what I mean? But that's all I talk about. Man, y'all get off my grass. Get off my grass.
As you get older, you find out that you understand Stanley a lot more.
A lot more, right?
Like, why don't y'all get off that man grass?
Get off the grass, man. And then wrapping it up,
right.
He ends the movie with Debo.
Yeah.
Laid out on Stanley's grass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of interesting. But the funny part, just the first thing I want to point out, is that 90s crackheads were way colder than crackheads now. Yeah. Because you see Ezel carrying 2 TVs, that are not flat screen.
They are not.
Okay, have you ever tried to jump over a fence with the old school fat back?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Crackheads nowadays do not have nothing.
That's crackhead 1.0.
1.0, man. And my man was moving.
Yeah.
My man was moving, dog. So that was reeled in the mud. Then you start, you pan through. You see Craig waking up. You see the pops and moms waking up.
Yeah.
One thing is funny. I grew up with 3 sisters.
Okay.
When they show his sister, her sleeping, and she's sleeping with her elbow on the bed and her hand on her face.
Right.
And it every time I see that, it cracked me up back then, and it cracked me up now, is because that's real, man. Yeah. Like, sisters do not want to mess up their hair. And it's like a sister will sleep straight up. One of my sisters slept on the couch for like a week because she didn't want her hair to get messed up. Until my mom felt like, girl, you better go and get in the bed. Jesus, what is wrong with you?
That's funny.
So, but it's real.
Yeah, very real.
And the funny part about that is that I think that's another thing that he brought to the forefront,
right?
That we didn't really talk about before, because his sister, what was she doing the whole time? She was messing with her hair.
Yeah,
something was going on with her hair. She came over to do her hair.
Right.
When she got out the car to her boyfriend, she's like, one of my tracks fell out.
Right.
Blah, blah. She had woke up talking to the mom about one of her tracks and this, that, and the other. And then later on in the movie, she's coming to his room and said, Craig, where the iron? Because she was going to iron out one of the pieces of hair or something like that. Yeah. And, it's when he asked for the 200 and she's like laugh at him and everything. Like any sister would. Yeah. I done told my sister I'm going to die several times. Like, and well, then die.
Right. We all got to go.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, very, very interesting there. And just, just a hilarious thing. I think, because especially at that time, you got stuff like Juice.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood. All this kind of stuff coming out. And like them black movies with young black dudes as the stars were getting so heavy.
Yeah.
They were heavier and heavier. I cried, man, when I walked out of Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I saw it at the house, and it was unreal. Like how you felt like you knew these people.
Yeah.
Like, so when Ricky got shot, you feel like, dang, Ricky got shot. Like, I know a Ricky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know, that was I was kind of cracking up when it was a couple of years back when they had it, the Best Man 2.
Yeah.
I was like, the part of that movie that was good for me was like, I felt like Ricky made it. I felt like he made it to the pros, man.
Like he actually, even though it wasn't Ricky, it was Ricky still.
It was still kind of Ricky.
Right.
So
it was Ricky-ish.
I felt like that's how Ricky would have been had he went to the NFL.
Right.
So, that kind of thing. But so those films were getting so heavy that I thought it was so cool that Ice Cube just broke out and said, like, hey, man, no, it ain't no goofball stuff.
Yeah.
But hey, man, this is a day in the life of a regular brother. He ain't a drug kingpin. He's not a murderer. He's not, he's just a cat that got fired from his job on his day off. You know what I'm saying?
And who hasn't been fired on their day off?
On the real, man. Shit. That's most of the time. That's how they get me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of thing. So you see those kind of things with this particular film. Now, the one character that I already told you I feel like I turned into Stanley, but the one character that I think is fascinating.
Okay,
because I think a lot of fellas been in this situation is the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's your take on Joy?
Joy, you understand how he ended up with her, and you also understand why he needs to get rid of her. Because everybody has found themselves in the company of a Joy at one point or another. Hopefully you're not with her right now.
Roll if you is. Roll.
Yeah, hey. You can survive with a Joy. You can survive.
But you ain't living.
You ain't living. You ain't living at all. You ain't living. That's some unreal type stuff where you got a girl who is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, not just, oh man, she crazy. No, she's literally crazy. Wrong with her.
This is funny, man. Because I remember it was kind of like a little bit around the time of this movie. Because I think that's one of the growing pains of a young dude.
Right.
Is learning.
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah.
And this is one thing, because people forget this about young testosterone-filled teen guys.
Yeah.
Is that, hey, man, I'm fine with whoever like me.
Bam. That is the criteria.
Like, you want to be with me? Fine. And bring your big ass, bring your blind ass, bring your crazy ass, bring your crackhead ass.
Bring it.
So that's the thing. I remember my mom, I was dating this girl, whatever you call it.
Right.
At the time. I remember my mom saying it to me, like, she's not for you just because she will allow you.
But that's a hard counter argument. Because my response would be, but she like me.
But she likes.
Like, that's huge.
I remember at the time the whole question of like, man, was it good? It's like, dog, we did it. It was great. What do you mean?
I don't know what bad
What's
would be.
What's the difference?
Like, I guess bad would be a penis, maybe. I don't know.
I don't want that, but
right.
Jesus.
Right.
So that's what I found really interesting. You have the scene where she's, on the phone with him, and who was you all hugged up with? And, you look at the picture of her speaking on the phone, and here it is, a guy laying in the bed with her, but she's...
Right.
Going crazy after Craig.
Right.
And the thing is, a part of him wrapping up the movie, like I said, he wrapped up every loose end to this movie.
Yeah.
Is him saying on the phone, like, I don't know why you mess with me either.
Right.
It's over. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of that growing process where it's like, yo, man, I done did something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm worth more. You know what I mean? And that's something, I mean, Ice Cube made a lot of points here. That is something that a young man at some point has to make a decision about.
Right.
Am I worth more, not just than this woman,
right?
Not like, am I worth more than getting high every day? Am I worth more than drinking every day? Am I worth more than being unemployed?